Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. All kinds of soldiers around back then.
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an ulcerated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves' Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all? Yeah, so it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Yeah. You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you're better off not knowing.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Almost there, Mr. Marston. Just over this hill.
Go. Hey.
Listen, mister. This heat...
Let's go.
Mr. Marston,
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
I sure can use an extra pair of hands around here. Let's see if we can get you. There's the coroner's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
Come on, then. I'll show you around the property.
Come on.
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before. How you feeling? This is getting real nasty.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished. bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better. Yeah! That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl.
Come on! Whoa!
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Well, are we going inside?
Come on!
How about a cold drink? Come on, then. Let's mount up and take a look around.
Slow up. Come!
Right. Follow me. Keep your eyes peeled for anything suspicious. Mr. Marston, I feel a lot happier sitting along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team. God damn it, these rabbits are at it again. Come on, let's get rid of them once and for all. Get your rifle out. It's about time these little thieves left their maintenance. You're a good shot, Mr. Marston. Them rabbits didn't stand a chance.
Come on! Go! Come on, easy up now.
Whoa! Looks like that was the last of the coyotes. Just a shame we had to lose any of the chickens. Come on, I'll show you the way to your room. You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston. Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me...
Let's go.
All right, I'll show you how we ride round these parts.
Yeah.
Come on, boys. On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1, go! I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this.
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go!
Ah, Mr. Marston, how are you? Take the reins, Mr. Marston. You're looking much better, considering you were almost buzzard food a couple of days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
So do tell me, have you needlessly risked your life since we last spoke?
No, miss, I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's always hope, Mr. Marston. You can't be a rancher in this kind of country if you don't believe that.
An admirable attitude, miss.
I suppose so. I can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What about you? Have you ever given up hope altogether?
Hope hasn't really entered into it. It's not really something I think about.
A peculiar outlook. I can't really say I understand you.
I can't always say I do either.
Oh, don't be so deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for having a personality.
I just know there are two theories to arguing with women, and neither one works.
I'm not even going to dignify that gibberish with a response. I think it's kind of funny I found you dying on the side of the road and now you're driving me into town.
You have a strange sense of humor.
Well, you must admit, it's an unusual start to a friendship.
I didn't realize we were friends, Miss McFarland.
Oh, please. Now who's being funny? Listen, I know that business with Williamson is your business, but I don't know. You've been good to us, and I don't think you're a bad man. A little stupid, perhaps, but not rotten. I just worry about you gallivanting around these parts like you're some kind of deranged bounty hunter. Like Paul always says, don't go waking snakes.
I appreciate your concern for us lesser mortals, Miss McFarland. I really do. And if there was any other way out, I'd take it. I can assure you of that.
So this...
The whole...
Howdy,
If you
friend.
have any night fevers, come back and see me. Stay away from us.
Well, thanks for driving me. It was...
Let's head over to the saloon. Slow it down there, Marston. This ain't a race. God damn it, he's on to us! Get after him! Let's go, Marston. I've been after that son of a bitch for months.
Let's go! Slow it up now. If Walton's as bad as you say he is, why don't we just beef him now while we got the chance?
Because that ain't how the law works.
Is that right, Marshal?
And alive, he can still talk.
Doesn't sound like he's a man to be reasoned with.
He ain't. A few days of my hospitality and he'll be telling me what I need to know. Walt's gang's been growing fast.
Outlawing's easy money for easy work.
Shoulder spring, gap to the bridge, doors get around. Move up to that wagon on your right. I'll cover you. Marston, get that bastard behind the crowd.
That one nearly gave me a haircut.
Not a bad shot, Mr.
Let's go.
Hello? Hello?
Why me?
How long you been working for the government, Marston?
I don't work for the government.
Well, I got a telegram from some federal clowns in Blackwater that says otherwise.
Are you some kind of vigilante?
You don't look like no government boy.
I guess it's complicated. I came because it was made impossible for me not to.
You sure are a tight-lipped son of a bitch, mister.
I guess I am. I ain't gonna dig this hole no deeper.
Ain't you all proud and superior? Don't forget you need us more than we need you. Bill Williamson folded you up like an empty purse the last time, if I remember correctly.
Simmer down, Jonah.
Listen to your boss, Jonah. There's a good boy. Otherwise, I'll put a hole in your hillbilly head and watch your tiny brain drain out.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, Marston. I ain't for all this government interference.
Believe me, Marshal, neither am I.
I try to keep the federal boys happy. I mean, we need all the help we can get. But what does a flannel-mouthed city boy who's never forked a bale of hay in his life know about a state like New Austin? When did we decide you were leading this posse?
Come on.
Head to the fort.
This ain't good, friend. Don't try to be something you're not. drop the gun! It ain't worth it! Come on!
Right. Are you ready to learn how to hurt some cows?
Slow up.
That's it. Stay behind them, Mr. Moss.
Get a move on!
He's got it. Let's go, Mr. Marston.
Move!
Come on.
Drive them down the road, Mr. Marston!
Let's move here, my four-legged friends! Move! Move! Whoa there! Come on! Come on! Come on!
This way! We need to take them out to the pasture!
Yeah! Come on! Easy! Come on! Let's go! Forward! Come on, let's go! Let's go! Get going! Come on!
Keep going, Mr. Marston.
Good! Now we need to move this entire herd out to the far pasture for grazing!
Move it!
Keep sweeping behind them! That way they'll stay together!
Barney's gonna love this.
Move! Let's go!
Careful! You're more of a hindrance than a help!
He's just showing off now.
Easy. Come on! Excuse me.
The closest doctor is in Armadillo! Oh! Out! I implore you to please stay on the road! What is your name, friend?
John Morris!
What, Lord? It's those scoundrels once again! There's Armadillo! Master John! Master!
shoot. This is it. You're gonna make it. Oh, where the devil?
Let's hit the breeze, boys. Marston, I hear you caught up with Mr. West Dickens.
I did. For a man who claims to have found a remedy to all ailments, he was in pretty bad shape.
His tonic has helped a great many people. It's a medical breakthrough from the East, the result of years of research.
If only it could cure him of his diarrhea of the mouth.
I wouldn't be so dismissive of science if I was you. I just can't look fast.
He's no more a scientist than I am a priest. But people can spend their hard-earned money however they please. Come on.
Ain't no survivors here, Marshal.
Come on.
Let's stay on this road. Maybe the folks at Ridgewood Farm saw something.
What kind of man does that?
A bunch of weak men. A pack of cowards is the most dangerous kind.
Some men is just born plain evil.
I think it's this land that makes the men, as much as the other way around. Men are born, and then they're formed. At least that's how I see it.
Who could have done such a thing?
Any number of people. Especially now the word's out we're cleaning up the county.
Between Walton's boys and the rustlers, we've been spilling a lot of blood.
I ain't seen more busted stuff, eh?
Yeah!
Come on, let's ride. They can't have got too far.
Sons of bitches!
Didn't you want to run a gang of outlaws, Marston?
That's it! Lie down! Come!
This
Stay
has
with
gone
me.
far enough. Get into that house and cook those sons of bitches.
I'm gonna fill you full of holes!
Bastards!
This is where it is, buddy! Right here!
Hell no!
Stay with me!
You and me gonna have ourselves. You're gonna be all right. Head for the shed in the back as soon as it looks clear.
I'm alive!
There's a deputy waiting for you in the shed out back. Make a run for it when it's clear.
Thank you. They said they were gonna kill us all.
Looks all clear, fellas. Let's check up on the farmers.
Some folk tried escaping to the south.
Mount up, boy! We gotta get after those bandits! Hurry, boys! Let's get after them!
Come on!
Do you think they might be headed for Fort Mercer, Marshal?
What? Williamson's men?
Maybe! All this sure looks like their handiwork.
Makes sense if they took this road.
Come on, Marshal! This might be our chance! Go! Hey!
You just walk.
Follow me.
We'll make our stand here. Stay
Well, this sure is pleasant. What the hell is this? Do you want to die? You fellas should have stayed at home.
Hey, look what I got here.
Come on. Easy.
Well, hello, Mr. Marston. How are you?
Let's see if we can put that new lasso of yours to good use. That ranch hand said there's a pack of wild horses nearby.
Come on. Let's go. Yeah. Come on. I don't want you to get hurt.
Don't let it buck you, Mr. Marston. Lean into it. Show me
I
what you
got
got,
you
boy.
now.
Marston,
Whoa there.
try not to
Come on in, cowboy. Let's see it, boy.
Nearly there.
Don't give up.
Take it slow now.
Calm it down.
You're doing fine. You'll have this
You're mine now. See? We're friends now.
Look at that. We'll make a cowboy out of you yet. Whew. I think that's enough activity for an old-timer like me. I'll take this one back to the ranch. See you later.
Come on, Mr. Marston. Let's rope another one.
Let's go.
Easy now.
Let's go.
Come on, rope one of them. You haven't gone all day. Whoa.
Come on now.
That's it. Hold him there. Right, let's see if you can break this one.
It's all right.
That's it. Lead with him.
Almost got you.
Come
Oh,
on, boy.
shit. Steady. Come on. Come on. Nearly got you. Easy there. Oh, down.
You got him eating out of your hand. Nice work. I think that'll do it for today. Let's get back to the ranch. Yeah.
did tell me why you were never married. Aside from the snobbery, that is.
You sure ask a lot.
I'm just surprised, that's all. You must have been quite a catch.
The fact that you're talking in the past says it all.
No, that's not what I mean. You must have had some suitors, that's all I'm saying.
Some, I suppose. Here and there. A ranch in the middle of Hennigan's Stead ain't really the place to find a husband. Amos, he's a little, well, you know, countrified.
Where'd you get your airs and graces, Miss McFarland?
From a couple of cheap governesses Pa hired to save us from being savages. I'd like to talk about more than just cattle and chickens sometimes, that's all. And after my brother left, it was up to me to become the man of the ranch. He'd never admit it, but my pa's a lot frailer than he looks.
You're worth two of any man I know, miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment.
In many ways, my wife is kind of like you, Miss McFarland.
Is that so?
She's always been a woman in a man's world.
You don't talk about her very much. Looks like the ranch hand's up ahead.
Go! Come on! Whoa! Slow up. Come on. Get going. Come on. Yeah. Whoa. Easy. Come on. Whoa, whoa. Come on.
Get after it!
Come on. Let's go. Come on, down. Relax. Relax now. Nearly there. Whoa there. Almost got you. Oh, damn. I got you now. Calm down now. See? We're friends now. Let's go. Slow it up now.
Thanks for your help today, Mr. Marston.
Come.
Come on, Mr. Marston. Hurry!
Yeah! That sky don't look good. I'm starting to think somebody up there's conspiring against me. Are you a religious man?
Not in any real sense. Sometimes I tell myself things happen for a reason. Like what brought me here was fate come a-calling. But nobody made my path but me.
We all need to look for answers somewhere. Some in big old books, others in big old bottles of whiskey.
Believing in some kind of divine purpose ain't gonna give me my wife and kid back. Past is who we are, Miss McFarland. There ain't no changing that. Faith is a luxury I can't afford.
We have 2 herds out grazing in different pastures. We'll need to merge them and bring them all back.
I think we can handle that.
The cows get real ornery in bad weather. It's more work, but I'll show you how to deal with them. It's gonna be difficult to talk in this weather. Stay close. We don't want to lose each other.
Come on, easy up now.
Whoa there. Let's take them over to the other herd. We'll try to drive them all back to the ranch together.
Hey! Whoa there! Stay together, you dumb animals!
This is getting nasty. It's getting harder to see anything.
Move! Let's go! Whoa! Keep it moving! Move it up! Yeah! Get a move on!
Oh my God! They're running for the cliff!
Come on!
Good work! Right, let's round up those stragglers. The storm's getting worse. What are you waiting for?
Yeah!
Please, Mr. Marston, help me round up the stragglers. Come on, I can't do this all by myself in this weather.
Whoa! Come on! Move on! Move on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Let's go! Let's go! Yeah! Whoa! Whoa! Move! Move! Slow up. Let's go. Forward. Come on. Whoa there. Come on. Let's go.
The storm's getting worse. What are you waiting for?
Easy.
Come on, I can't do this all by myself in this weather. Hurry, we gotta move that herd. The storm's getting worse. What are you waiting for?
Let's go.
head out. He couldn't have gotten far.
Come!
Wait for me!
Go! Yeah!
Daddy! What happened?
Nothing nice.
It's a bad idea to split up right now. What could have happened to those poor men? And their horses were dead too. Please stay close.
I think we should get back there as soon as we can.
Los caballos! This ain't working! Más agua!
There ain't enough of us!
The doors are blocked. We need to find another way in. Try and get in through the loft, Mr. Marston. Climb up the windmill.
Get the horse! Do something! Hurry, Mr. Boston!
That's not helping. Well done! Now let's save the horses! Give it a try! Gotta get to the horse!
Come on!
I've never known a place so...
Come on!
And I can tell you, with no uncertainty, to Ridgewood Farm, the sick and needy await us. Oh, the life of a wandering saver of souls.
I heard about you, Mr. West Dickens.
And I about you, John Marston.
Hoodwinking the weak, gullible out of their hard-earned money.
My dear boy, it is you who is gullible, if I may be so bold. If my tonic is such a sham, how do you explain the fine metal in which you find me? Last time you saw me, I was knocking at death's door.
You should thank the doctor for that. I reckon you were acting it up worse than it was.
Act I can, John. More convincing Othello there has never been. And so shall you, ye fair Iago or Cassio make.
I don't like the sound of this.
Showmanship, John. The flourish. Wow. Without love of God, try to stay on the road. We are operating in a competitive marketplace. Our product must stand out. Stay on the road! You're going to destroy the merchandise!
How does this involve me?
Get back on the road! We'll have nothing left by the time we get to Ridgewood. We're going to use your God-given talents to our advantage.
I'm really starting to regret
I'll drop
this.
you off at the outskirts of Ridgewood. That way, it won't look like we came together. For the love of God, try to stay on the road! Once I'm set up, saunter nonchalantly into the crowd that is sure to be forming. You hop out here, John. Come on.
Friends! Hard-working souls!
Remarkable! The eyesight of an eagle. Here it comes!
Go home!
Have you ever seen such an eye? Behold! Look at him! The tonic is coursing through his veins! Look at that! Inhuman strength! There it is! Marvelous shot, dear boy!
Yeah! Yeah! Whoa, whoa!
Horses are over here!
Faster!
Fly! Fly!
How can you sink that low? Digging up graves and looting from the dead.
Ha, hypocrite! The whole damn lot of you. Are you saying it's better to steal from the living? They're corpses. They don't care none.
These people have been laid to rest.
You don't know nothing. I talk to them long after they've been forgotten by every other fella. I tell them it's all right to be scared and alone. I embrace them when they're stinking and rotten.
I met some sick bastards in my time, Seth. But you're special.
Folk is cold and heartless all their lives. To me, they gets warmer when they're actually cold and heartless. Surely that makes sense to even you.
Not exactly, it don't.
Are we really living anyway? Do you exist outside my mind? Maybe we're both having the same dream, and when we wake up, we'll die.
I certainly seem to be in some kind of nightmare.
Have you looked in the cave, Seth? It's very dark.
What'd you say?
I didn't say nothing.
I just heard you say something.
You're a crazy man. You should get that head looked at.
Seth, I need someone who can get a wagon inside Fort Mercer. I was told you could help me, but I'm not sure you even know what day it is.
I don't. I can't even tell you what year it is.
I knew this was a waste of time.
So, you want to go after Bill Williamson, do you?
You know Bill?
Oh, yes. I met Williamson and Deke, all them boys. Sometimes they call me on when they get some special job needs doing. I got a reputation as a man who'll do things most other fellers won't.
Now, that I can believe.
I reckon you can get in there, no bother. Assuming you help me find this map, that is. Faster!
What's so important about this map?
Nothing much.
just unimaginable riches and such like. A spark of hope that lit a raging fire I can't put out.
I thought as much. Another treasure hunter losing everything in the search for nothing. Yeah! Come on! Faster!
All right, this is it. Let's stop here a moment.
Hey, don't make me kill you now!
Let's go. This way. Damned if I can find it.
Come on! Come on, come on! Whoa there! Come on! Let's go!
What's this got to do with you?
Son of a bitch!
Don't trust Seth. He's sick in the mind. Why are you doing this?
Moses, you son of a bitch! Where's... Come on, ain't no time to be wasting.
Well, hello.
Howdy, mister.
I hear they found some treasures hidden under that frontier bridge. I may see you again.
So, mister?
What are you waiting for? Come aboard. Where is it you're
Going
headed,
to Armadillo.
mister? Don't worry about a thing. When we get where we're going, I'll wait.
I'm a terrible mother.
I don't have a clue. All right, but it's got to be something to do with that.
Whoa!
Come on, let's get this charmer to tumbleweed. See, this is what happens when the Federals interfere in our affairs. Are you happy now?
No, I ain't happy at all. And I already told you, I ain't with the government.
Now you say that, John, but the only thing I know for sure is who sent you.
They made me come here. They gave me no choice. That's your federal government, Mr. Johnson.
They come down here dressed as cocky as the King of Diamonds, talking a lot of flannel about helping us, about spreading peace and civilization to the West, but they brought nothing but trouble and taxes.
I agree with you. Wolves in sheep clothing, all of them. Rob you, then make you pay to have someone investigate the crime on your behalf.
People around here have been fooled into feeling protected, when they're worse off than they were before.
The fellas I know don't care about people. All they care about is lining their pockets. Why is this sorry son of a bitch so important to them?
Norman Deeks, Williamson's right-hand man. In other words, a glorified errand boy.
Wait, Marshal! I'll be back for you!
Bill's standards have slipped.
We already filled you with lead once, you ugly
Deeks the
bastard!
kind of man who's mean enough to be second in command, but too cowardly and stupid to ever be a leader.
Don't ever use that line near your deputies. You know, For his sake, they'd best not have laid a finger on Miss McFarland. What is this place we're headed?
Tumbleweed? A lonely, godforsaken place. Some people say it's haunted. It was quite a town back in its day. Then they built the railroad to Armadillo and went clean past Tumbleweed. And that was that. Pretty soon everybody had up and left. Now it's just thieves, smugglers, and bandits. Scum like Deke here. Oh, popular spot for lynchings, too.
Let's try to avoid that if we can, Marshal.
I just hope you're not taking advantage of the McFarlands, Marston.
They saved my life. They gave me food and bed when they had no idea who I was. I owe them more than I can ever repay.
That's just they've been through a lot. Well, they're both vulnerable, in different ways.
I wouldn't have been running in and out of a burning barn to save their horses otherwise.
I know you helped, just like you helped me. But you got your reasons for doing it.
It's no secret why I'm here, Marshal. I told you the very first time I walked into your office.
I trust you. It's just all this business with Blackwater and Williamson and the past. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard not to have doubts.
I understand. I never planned to be in the lawman business neither.
How is this mess supposed to turn out? Sending an outlaw to do the work of a lawman. That's madness.
Ain't much difference between the two, as far as I can tell.
There have to be rules, Marston. Even you must understand that.
It's easy to make up rules, but they ain't much use if people don't understand why. Like my son. If I tell him not to do something, he'll do it anyways, just to spite me. If I punish him, he resents me for it. But if I show him why it's wrong, at least he has reason not to do it again.
That's nonsense. Without laws, we're nothing more than animals. Just look at Deke here.
Go to hell!
Man has worked hard at civilization. Your boy steps out of line, you whack him. He does it again, whack him harder.
You're a good man, Marshal, and I respect what you're trying to do. But from what I've seen since I've arrived here, the law ain't really working.
Criminals are like weeds, Marston. Quick as you stomp one out, the other one craps up in its place.
Easy there.
John, you'll be Marston. Lead Deke into town. Make sure you keep a gun on that son of a bitch.
I'm sure it's been nice for the boys to have a whore to play with. I hear those rancher girls like it in the rear. Maybe she won't want to go home. She's been fucked so good.
Why don't you save some of that breath for breathing?
Get these ropes off of me, boys!
Where's Bonnie?
God damn
Get in cover!
Let's go! Bonnie! Where are you? This ain't good, friend! Where is she, you You're gonna be fine, Bonnie!
Now, sir, tooth gap, tooth breach. reach.
Drivers! Y'all know the rules, but for you newcomers, this here's a fair race. Keep to your manners and let the faster cart pass. So now that's been said, y'all can get to running each other off the road like always. All right now, counting to 3. Ready, set, go! Mister. I'll take care of this cart for Mr. West Dickens.
Come on, John. I suggest we beat a hasty retreat. Right.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Where we headed?
Need to go to Plainview.
Better get some good ideas.
I'm just gonna shut my eye a while.
I hope you enjoy it.
Friends! Hard-working souls!
St. Homobonus has not been looking down on me favorably. Who? Homobonus, the patron saint of businessmen.
I'd say he's giving you your just desserts.
No, poppycock. Those inmates were clearly informed of my refund policy.
can only shit on people for so long before they decide it's their turn to pull down the pants.
A crude metaphor in every sense of the word, my dear boy. You leave the business to me. Do I try to tell you how to rob banks?
Robbing banks felt more honest than this.
Yes! You got him! Where are they all coming from? One less moron to worry about.
You best shoot me now or this is over!
Here they come! Damn it, West! Good shot! Look out, John! There's more!
It's gonna take more than one of you, partner!
Sure is lucky you came along when you did.
Lucky for who?
Well done! Oh my good God! They blocked the road! Good job!
You got a problem with me?
Excellent job! Now let's make haste with the sucker! Heavens above!
How many more of your happy customers are there?
Ignorance is in no short supply around here, John. Keep your eye out, John. What do these numbskulls expect? Miracle?
Well, that's not what you've been promising them. For a man of the people, he sure ain't very popular.
I am up against the weight of plebeian ignorance, my boy. Well, son, respect science!
Maybe you need to think about a change of career.
I will never give up on science, John. Fine shot, my boy! How can these people harbor such bitterness?
Well, I ain't surprised. That tonic I drank at Ridgewood went through me like a dose of salt.
Keep that gun at the ready, my dear boy. John. There's Quavaseka up ahead. Well, that was a little hairy. Thank you, my dear boy. You saved the day again.
Always impressive.
Mr. West Dickens!
Let's go, my dear boy. I'll show you the way.
Come on! Come on! Let's go! Come on! Let's go! Come on! Let's go! Go! Yeah!
He came, he saw, he conquered.
I think we should be getting out of here, partner. Can't wait to get my hands on these. Find someplace quiet near Tumbleweed. I got a feeling the treasure's around there somewhere. Stay left! No need for the people of Armadillo to see my friends back here. Where are you? Come on, don't be shy.
What did you say?
I didn't say nothing.
Are you talking to them?
Damn it, mister! I told you not to drive through Armadillo. Oh my! It's them damn treasure hunters! Try and outrun them, partner! I'm gonna look for the map back here! You try to shake those damn rednecks! Where's my map? Come on. Move them horses, damn it! All done with this one. Are you hiding something, Seth? Oh, you naughty little boy. Woo! Somebody needs a new cologne. Yeah, this feller had a few bucks on him. Sorry there ain't time for a burial, partner. You're stiff as cold. Relax. I just want a little look-see. Devil! Oh! This'll all be over soon. Thanks, partner. Be seeing you very soon. We gotta go faster, partner! Just going on a little trip. There's some bullets on this. Better than a poke in the eye. Oh my. Come on, let's get this wagon moving. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Can't you see we're in a rush here? Yes! Here it is! I got the map, mister! I got it! Looks like the treasure's in Tumbleweed! That's where I was headed! It's fate! Keep going! We're almost there! Finally! Months of searching! I'm gonna be rich beyond my wildest dreams! Thanks, mister.
Oh, it's like that, is it? Huh?
According to the map, it's somewhere in that big abandoned house.
Christ alive! You're just about dead!
Stay close! Don't leave any alive! Pandemonium!
Easy. Yeah.
Won't you mind your own goddamn business?
I always did have the last laugh, Welsh, boy.
I missed.
Alrighty, my guardian angel, this way. This is turning into a hell of a day. What's your name, friend?
John Marston.
Stroke of luck you came along, fella. I thought I'd drunk me last breakfast there for a second.
Who were those fine specimens of humanity?
They was me only friends in the world. And boy, am I glad to see them bastards dead. We all met on the boat over a few years back, we did. Thick as thieves ever since, and that right there was the problem.
Is it normal for friends in Europe to drown each other?
Never trust a Welshman, me pa always told me. And he got his throat slit, so he should know. The kind of fellas who will steal an acorn from a blind sow and then kick her for squealing. And as for that French bastard...
He didn't sound very French.
Not for now. The thieving bastards are holed up at the cabin by the lake. Can't wait to see the look on their faces when we blast in there. They'll be more surprised than a blood dog with their first porcupine.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell do you want? What the hell?
Hey.
You're dead,
You're mine now, you dumb bastard. Ain't no need to die, friend. Let's go.
mighty fine cart. Not a feller to give up easily, are ye? Well, I'll be buggered backwards. Faithless Flora, the lily of the west.
You're not gonna pass out on me, are you, Irish?
Me? No, I'm right this raid. Or at least somewhere stuck between fair and meddling.
Well, you're gonna be stuck somewhere between dying and dead if you try to cross me again.
It weren't like that at all, feller. Me intentions were pure. I swear it on me poor mother's life. I just gets a tad confused from time to time. Honest mistake.
If there's any more confusion, I'll finish what your friends in Armadillo started.
Jesus! You're an impatient bastard, aren't you?
Where's the gun, Irish?
I hear some miners been blabbing about a machine gun they found. Apparently, they got it stashed up at Gaptooth Breach.
What do miners want with a machine gun?
Shoot it at somebody, I suppose? Or sell it? I don't know. Never been down a mine in all my life.
Sounds real fishy to me, Irish. I've just about had it with you and your games. You and Wes Dickens are so crooked, you can swallow nails and spit out corkscrews.
Maybe if you was more cordial with folks, they might be better inclined to help you.
I saved your life and you repaid me by lying, nearly getting me killed.
Not far now, Johnny. We should go around the side of Gaptooth so the miners don't see us coming.
I still don't know what miners would want with a machine gun.
Miners are always fighty bastards. Spend too long without daylight and doxies and it starts playing with your mind.
I never heard so much shit come out of one mouth.
Only telling you what I heard. Oh, and we'll need a wagon or something to get it out of there. That gun's heavier than sin.
So how was I supposed to move it by myself last time? You two-faced little bastard.
Here we are. Let's stop here a moment to get a lie of the land.
Son of a bitch!
I need to get out of here! This is gonna be one nasty trick!
Get to the gun! Follow me! What are you waiting on?
Try shoot with your eyes open! Shit! He almost got me! Done here.
did I tell you? Piece of cake!
Come on. Let's go.
Up, sister. Put them.
How
All
about
right. You don't want to get blood on that dress, do you?
it?
Huh?
I can't stand to see a man walk around with such a dry pecker. Can I help?
Drunk as I am, my prick's in fine working order.
That fresh air's got me head spinning like a top. Can't be good for a fella.
Shut up, you lazy drunk. Before I stop your head spinning with a bullet.
I resent that, Johnny. I've been working like a beaver on your behalf.
You've been working like a weasel on my behalf. Bushwhacking defenseless ladies of the cloth? You must have been raised on sour milk, Irish.
What are you talking about? I'm a good Catholic boy.
You're a booze-blind coward.
And you're a hypocrite, Marston. You've robbed just as many innocent folks as me.
I tried to only rob those who had more than they deserved.
Christ, the church has more money than anybody.
Where are we going, Irish?
Just to the warehouse here in Thieves' Landing. I'm telling you, Johnny boy, it's all set up. All right, we're here. Stay close. Damn it! That stuttering bastard said this would be open. Oh, well, we'll go around the back. Shaky's probably waiting for us there. I'm starting to think you're soft on me, Johnny boy. Can't even sneeze these days without you being there to catch the drips.
This is your last chance, you good-for-nothing shyster. You've already wasted too much of my time.
Keep your eyes open. Shaky's all right, but I don't trust the gang of fools he runs with. Shaky's made the arrangements. I'll be waiting out by the front gate with the wagon. Good luck.
Hold that!
I'm gonna give you...
There's too many!
Ain't my first time, mister. You ready to die?
All right, let's get out of here while we got the chance. Let's shoot the hell out of these cowards!
You ain't gonna leave here walking, friend!
Who's making for fun of shit now? Let's head for the door. Follow me! Go on, you open the door. I'll go. Look out! More of them bastards!
There's our rooster.
Come on, let's finish these sons of bitches!
Don't move! business is done here, fellas.
Now we're even. All right, hop on. I'll get us out of here. Did you have fun in there, you and Shaky?
I killed a lot of men for this damn machine gun of yours.
I'm sorry I missed all the dramas.
You always miss all the drama. There must be cobwebs growing on that holster of yours.
Someone's got to drive the wagon, don't they? Teamwork, Johnny boy. That's my game, not just the glory like you. Damn! I knew they wouldn't give up that easy. Hold them up, Johnny. I'll get you back to McCarran.
Seems like half New Austin wants me dead.
Here come on, them bastards! I don't know if I can take much more of this. They're shooting at me!
You're a real cold-blooded killer, Irish.
I don't like this, Marston. My heart's beating like a bloody drum. Look out, there's one on the bridge up ahead.
What's next, pal? Anytime you want to shoot somebody, Irish, please feel free.
Trace more sons of bitches. I'd give up now if I was you. They're not giving up, man.
Irish, that machine gun had better work after all this.
Don't you worry. You won't find a finer piece of artillery west of Dublin. Well, I think you're ready for Fort Mercer. You've got enough ammunition here to take down a small country, feller.
I'm gonna need it. Bill Williamson's got himself an army.
So I guess this is where we part ways, Johnny Marston.
Or maybe not, friend. You're gonna be right alongside me when I take on that fort. After all you put me through, it's time you pull the damn trigger for once. Show me what a big, bad killer you really are.
Yes, of course. What am I thinking? Don't worry, you can count on me. I just hope I don't steal all your glory. Wouldn't be right or proper.
Yeah! Come on! Whoa!
Now just stay put till I tell you otherwise. That scoundrel Seth had better not let us down. Once we're inside and I've lulled our adversaries into a false sense of security with some beguiling sales patter, I will give you the signal.
What signal?
The moment you hear a sharp rap on the side of the wagon, rise like the phoenix and start shooting like you've never shot before. This is it, my dear boy. The moment of truth. Me and you, John. One last time into the breach. This is going to have to be the performance of my life. I hope my nerves don't get the better of me. I'll be honest with you, John, I'm a little jittery. John? John?
It reeks of miracles back here.
Thank God. I'll be ready with that machine gun, my dear boy. I'll be a sitting duck in there. This was a mistake!
That's it, Marston! Let him have it, partner!
Good God!
Over there!
Christ alive!
Come on, let's go!
I think my work here is done. Godspeed, gentlemen. I bid you farewell.
No, no, no!
Get here!
Eyes up, boys! Here they come!
Is that the best you can do?
Let's find those bastards!
I think my work here is done. Godspeed, gentlemen. I bid you farewell.
It's just me and you, partner!
I think that's most of them, boys! Come on, let's regroup!
That's the last of them. We still can't find Williamson.
All right! I ain't playing!
Free those bastards! I can't see any more of them. I think we...
Bill ain't here. We looked everywhere.
Go!
Yes, well, that's what makes you...
Nice of you to turn up for once, Irish.
What do you mean?
In usual fashion, you conveniently missed all the action at Fort Mercer.
What can I say? I woke up with me head in a pair of tits, and it felt ill-mannered not to get reacquainted with him.
At least you got your priorities straight.
You know me, Johnny boy. I'll be late to me own funeral. They say God invented whiskey to stop the Irish from ruling the world.
Well, you're here now.
I can't swim, you know.
Me neither. But a current like this will carry you for miles. We'll end up on shore sooner or later.
Jesus, they're shooting at us!
Cut the rope, Irish. We're sitting ducks here. Why you want to die?
Oh, my good Lord! You know me thinking of Guess I got up to more mischief than I did on my last visit to Mexico. Let's go with the river. They'll have to stop chasing us eventually. I stashed some ammunition near the back of the raft. Grab it if you're running low. You got it all wrong. It wasn't me. Shite up. Just down, chasers.
You're making a big mistake, friend.
Keep your eyes peeled. They're all along the bank. Well, I'll be covered backwards.
Shoot me now or this is over!
Nobody shoots at Irish in lives.
This is getting intense! This ain't exactly the reception I was expecting.
They're not ones to forgive and forget, these fellas. You ain't getting another penny out of me!
What the hell did you do to these fellas?
I recall it was something to do with money, and maybe some misunderstanding about a fella's daughter. The details were Bloody Nora! Sakes alive! Reload from that box at the back if you need to.
Kill these ungrateful bastards, men!
Go to hell, you dog-fondling bastard! I came into this wild fight, and I'll go out of it fighting.
I expect you'll go out of it pissing your pants. This is the 4th time your so-called friends have nearly got me killed. I thought you said they loved you over here.
They do. At least the lassies do. Oh, them big brown eyes. Turn stone into butter, they would. The Mexicans know how to make a bottle of liquor, too. Oh, that pulque? Now, there's a drink as would take the frost out of a frosty morning. Oh, you're gonna have some fun.
I'm just here for Bill Williamson.
Well, I'm glad to be back. This place is a wild devil's paradise.
Apart from the fellers trying to kill you.
Down here, they call me El Rato, the cat, on account of my stealth and cunning.
I'm pretty sure ratto means rat, my friend. I like it, though. A little more inventive than Irish.
Well, you Americans never were very creative with your use of language, was you, John Marston? Shite! There's more fools behind that rock! Taking sons of trumpets!
You ain't gonna leave here walking, friend! I haven't stepped foot in this country, and they're already trying to kill me.
Well, you really insist on fraternizing with a notorious Irish outlaw.
I want that money! You wanna stop doing that?
Look up, fella! They're on top of the cliff! Come on, we're on friends here!
You should run
Oh my
off,
good
Hog!
lord! What's the word for cunt in Spanish?
You tell me. You must have been called it a few times.
Heads up! More of them up on the cliff to the left!
This is getting ugly!
Shite!
You're gonna leave this in a box! So much for your damn connections, Irish.
I told you they knew me in Mexico, didn't I? For Christ's sake, Johnny, shoot the sons of bitches! Chicago! You got the wrong man! Watch us up that cliff! They're shooting down on us! Well, I'll be covered, Cochran. Think you got some peckers to be sucking?
It's you or me, friend!
I'll miss these escapades, Johnny boy, I really will.
I doubt you'll remember any of it, Irish.
I see that. The current should put us ashore up ahead. Bloody hell! We made it, thank the Lord. Am I glad to be getting out of that floating death trap.
Oh, these are...
Come on!
¿Qué pasó con el otro? No interrumpas, pendejo.
that's a real gun. Well done. Now that wasn't so hard, was it? Follow me. We're gonna try something a little more challenging. The birds around here are always raising hell, scavenging and scaring the life out of the locals. I say we put your newfound skills to the test while doing a public service for the good people of Chuparosa. Here will do. I'm gonna scare up some birds. Let's see if you can take down more than one at a time. Nicely done, sir. You've been taught well. I'd have to say I'm surprised you heard of Landon Ricketts. I would have thought an old goat like me would have been long forgotten by now.
I heard many a story when I was a boy. Still do sometimes.
What, these days? I find that hard to believe. What do people say?
Oh, you know how them conversations go. Fellers arguing over who's the toughest, who's the fastest, and who shot people in the back.
I place good money on me still being the fastest.
Señor Ricketts, por favor, señor.
Come on, these people need me. Whoa!
Come on!
What the hell? So why are you looking for these two men?
It's a long story. We used to ride together. We was all friends once.
You ain't much use back there.
Come on! Yeah!
Easy now. There they are. Follow me.
This sure is pleasant!
Shooting birds, doesn't it?
Gracias a Dios. Me salvaron la vida.
Keep your eyes peeled. These bandits don't give up easily.
Let's go! Whoa, whoa! Come on! Let's go! Whoa there!
Dios mío, vienen más. Estamos muertos.
Let's defeat these bastards. Looks like that. Come on, let's keep moving.
So much for this quiet life of yours, Mr. Ricketts.
I didn't say I'd become a coward. I'm not gonna stand by and watch good people suffer. They've been beaten down for too long. I give them some hope. Yeah!
Come on! Let's load up now. I'm so sorry.
On this day.
Yeah. Let's go.
Buena.
Muy interesante. Gracias.
No thanks. Those days are over.
You can take the train with me or ride yourself. Makes no odds to me. Come on, horses are over here. All right, let's head to El Matadero and see what they know about Luisa. We need to find a man called Carlos. I was told he could help us. We'll ask around when we get there, but we don't want to draw attention. See if you can keep your gun holstered for once.
You're the hero around here, Mr. Ricketts, not me. What does the army want with this Luisa girl anyway?
She's a rebel, and apparently close to their leader, Reyes. She's a pretty young thing. That's normally reason enough for Allende.
So I've heard.
She's a good woman, a teacher. If they lay a finger on her, I swear I'll feed those bastards their balls.
Yeah! Whoa there!
Whoa! All right, let's find this Carlos guy.
I will keep them talking, senor. The rest I will leave to you.
Hope you're ready for this.
Come on! Slow up. Yeah. Whoa. Slow down. Whoa there.
That's all of them.
¿Qué son estos gringos?
This is what's happening, partner. The army? You have to be joking.
Get up here, Marston. You animal, she's just a girl. This doesn't look good. She must be in here. I'm gonna see if I can blow the door open. You keep guard. There'll be more on the way. Deal with those bastards, Marston.
You're all dead, amigo.
Let's get the hell out of here before any more of them show up.
I hope you got money for a funeral.
Before they send more guards. Looks like Carlos left us some horses. Come on!
Come on!
Let's go before any more of them show up.
fucking bueno! Yeah! Whoa, whoa!
Oh, no, you don't. Where is he? Something doesn't feel right here. There he is. Talk about cutting it fine.
Luisa, gracias a Dios.
Thank you for saving me.
Come on! Come on!
What do you want, gringo? You can take your horse or ride on the way. This is a bad time for you to be making enemies, Senor Marston. It's not far now. Are you ready?
Ready for what?
We will lure the rebels into a trap. There's a train leaving Chuparosa soon. We're going to escort it. They will think it's a supply train. But there are no supplies on it.
Very clever.
We must throw the rats out of their holes. Give them some bait they can refuse. Come on! The train is waiting.
Yeah!
Get back on your horse! We have to stay with the train. The rebels are in for us to fight. Hope you know how to use the gun, Senor Master.
Come on, come on! Run away, pal! Come on! That's enough, my friend! You about to die, friend! Whoa! Yeah! I ain't got no time for nonsense! That's enough! Let's go! This is what's happening, partner! You are all muertos!
Look to the north!
Come on! This is where it is, buddy! Right here! Yeah!
Look out on the east side!
This sure is pleasant!
I'm back and low! ¿Todo bien, compadre?
Pesa mucho.
Está bien, mamá. My brother has given us his stagecoach. They are good horses. Let's go, before I change my mind. Take a left here. Stay away from them. guardias everywhere looking for rebels. We need to avoid any checkpoints we see. Look, senor! More soldiers! Head right! Head right! Cielos! Keep going! We can make it! ¡Qué demonios! More of them! Near the train tracks! Head right! We will get back to the main road! Faster! We cannot slow down! We have to lose them! They're going to follow us to the docks!
Mira cómo canta.
Look! Straight ahead! Quick, take this left! Por Dios! Get rid of them! We're so close! Look! Over there! They are still here! Gracias a Dios!
Come on! Come on!
Oh, Mr. Marston. El Presidio is to the north. We must hurry. Who knows what they will do to him? It is not far now. Are you ready? Come back, you fool! You are my only hope!
Yeah!
¡Eres un traidor! No mereces ser llamado mexicano.
Now please cut me free, senor. Get one of those horses. I will ride with you, compadre.
Let's go. Whoa, whoa.
Let's go, my friend, before the army returns.
Slow down. Come on.
Luisa sent me. Vamos, date prisa. The army's coming.
Atrás! Look out!
Let's go.
Vamos! Let's hurry to Luisa!
Yeah!
Come, follow me. I will take you to Luisa.
Carajo! Here they come!
I hope you got money for a funeral!
I see more of one of us. Son los perritos de Allende. What is your name, my friend?
John Marston.
Oh, the American who was working for Allende.
I ain't working for nobody. I'm here because Luisa asked for my help.
As I thought you were a friend of Allende's, I was planning on putting a bullet in your back.
Well, try to resist the urge.
How do you know my young lover, Laura?
It's Luisa. I saved her life not so long back.
I will not forget this, compadre. You will be rewarded. Money, women, Luisa if you want her.
I'm here for 2 men, and that's it.
You've been spending too much time with Captain De Santa.
Very funny. Not like that. I'll explain later. Come on!
I am free again! I will write a poem about this day.
This is from a man who was tied to a post with a gun in his face a few minutes ago.
I wish I could see Allende's face when he finds out that I defeated 100 of his men.
All you done is get on the back of this horse, my friend.
There she is. I remember her now. Mi amiga.
Eres llorón, maricón. I sent some men ahead. We will meet them there.
Come on. Come on. Whoa there.
Ahora se...
Right over here!
¡Estas balas lo dejarán inválido!
I heard the little horse crying in that house over there.
Yo me quedo aquí para vigilar el gringo, Capitán de Santa. You heard the captain? The fire bottles are over there.
Try this on!
Now the next one. Now the last one. ¿Están locos o qué?
Come! Let's go!
Yeah! There's a convoy waiting for us. Come, we must hurry.
What's the hurry, DeSanta? Where are we going? Let's go!
Los rebeldes tienen una fortaleza ahora. ¿A dónde vamos a parar?
Abraham Reyes tiene un verdadero ejército.
Dicen que hay cientos de hombres apostados a Torquemada. Creo que somos muy pocos.
¡Cállense la boca, idiotas! Son campesinos nada más. Y todos se van a morir hoy.
Captain Espinosa has set up camp at the base of the mesa. We will join forces with him there. Aston, wake up. We're almost there. Keep your eye out. I have a bad feeling about this.
Ain't your life worth living? That's enough!
Take the station. We can hold up the rest. All the snipers are dead! Adelante! Síganme! I need guns!
Well, I guess that's that. You shouldn't play with guns, fellas!
¡Vamos! ¡A la fortaleza! ¡Avancen! Kill them, people!
Try shooting with your eyes open! This is bad! I think I was joking.
¡La victoria es nuestra, soldados! ¡Ustedes son todos héroes!
Hombre, lo que sea, mujer. A ver.
¡Ándeles, lindas y patrióticas! Hurry! We must go! ¡Ándale! Ringo! Ringo, are you listening to me? Does it seem quiet to you?
I don't know. You tell me.
We have not seen a single rebel yet.
I'd say that's a good thing, wouldn't you?
¡Hijos de puta! ¡Rebeldes! ¡Mátenlos!
clearly don't like me much!
¡Ándale! ¡Están muertos, cabrones! Good work. I cannot see any more of them. That was close. I don't know. This doesn't feel right to me.
We're on our way to escort a train through rebel-held country. An ambush feels about right to me.
¡Soldado! ¿Quién eres? ¿Cuál escuadrón?
Somos nuevos reclutas, capitán. Es nuestra primera asignación.
I knew I had not seen these men before. They are new recruits. In Escalera, people have been talking about the rebels planning a large attack. If these supplies are so important, why have we been given so few soldiers?
Don't ask me. You're the captain. I thought you were supposed to be fearless.
I am fearless, but not brainless. There is something wrong. I feel it.
Maybe you just need to take a piss or something.
The colonel told me that the Santa had praised my actions at Torquemada and called me a hero. He asked for me to be given this important assignment. Why would he do that? The cabron hates me!
Yeah, but...
It's another ambush! Estos petrechos son del gobierno mexicano!
Is that our train?
Yes, it seems to be on schedule. At least one thing is going right for us.
I agree. We ain't off to a good start.
You shoot well, Gringo. Tell me something. What is your weapon of choice?
What do you mean?
Come, my friend. Your belt is full of weapons. Which is your favorite for attacking a man?
You ain't right in the head, Captain.
Do you want to know what mine is?
Not particularly.
We are close to Chuparosa now. I still have a bad feeling about this. Tell me, why are you here? What did they promise you?
20,000 pesos in Javier Escuela.
That is a lot of promises.
Do you know where Escuela is?
You think I am going to tell you that before you have fulfilled your obligations? Do not take me for a fool.
I've given you no reason not to trust me.
You must understand why we are suspicious of you. Most American vigilantes come here to help the rebels. It is strange you have chosen to work for the army.
I'm not working for you. How many times do I have to say this?
Call it what you want, Gringo. We are exchanging favors then.
I ain't seen many favors come my way yet.
Abraham Reyes is trying hard to recruit gringos to fight for him. His propaganda is everywhere. He promises women, gold, and, of course, you come. Money and the chance to interfere in business that is not your own. How can any American resist?
I've done everything you've asked of me. If Valinde doesn't give me Escuela and Williamson after this, I think it's best I go ask the rebels directly.
Is that a threat? Be warned. You are only alive right now because of me.
And you be advised, I don't answer to you, Captain.
Here we are, at last. Soldados, abordamos el tren. ¡Ándale! ¡Ojos abiertos! Get behind that gun. I am not taking any chances. I hope you know how to use that gun.
Can't be that hard. Just point and pull the trigger.
Por Dios! We will all be killed.
Don't worry, Captain. I've used one of these before. For a cold-hearted killer, you're an anxious son of a bitch, ain't you?
We have already been ambushed. Our squad is made up of new recruits and the two men that Santa hates the most. I think it is right to be anxious.
Yeah, well, I wasn't exactly expecting a pleasant picnic by the seaside myself.
they kill the engineers, we will all be stopping. We cannot let them kill the driver. We are nearing the town! ¡No pares de tren! I think that's all of them. We do not have far to go. The base camp is just at the top of the hill.
That was madness.
You did well, compadre. Very well. Whatever Allende promised you in return, you have earned it.
I don't think the Santa expected us to come back from this.
Did you want to kill him, or should I?
No. Until I find Escuela, he's more used to me alive.
Here we are. Thank God. We are lucky to be alive.
Senor!
Senor Marston.
Your Marston! Good news, good news. Come, my friend. It is time to bring this man to justice. Here we are. Come, my friend. We're in the church.
Too close!
¡Oh, idiota! ¡No! ¡Por ahí no vamos!
Cuidado, hermano! You got more of them! It is lucky for... Now find your weapons and fight these dogs!
¡Ya verás el palazo si me espera!
Right! This is your chance for it, eh? Don't just stand there! Kill these traitors!
You are all muertos!
Knew you were a traitor!
Yeah. Come on.
Por unos pesos podemos retirar a mi cuarto y con...
Don't see why not.
Not for me. What convenient timing for a friend. Ricketts, I'll be watching you.
No, thank you. Now. Looks like the table is turned. Walk with me, John. I want to make sure you know how this is going to work. A duel is all about timing. If you pull your
Get
gun too
away
soon,
from me!
you'll and less accurate. After you draw, pick your shots carefully, like I
I'm
showed
not
you.
afraid
Once
of
pick
you.
your marks. The rest, my friend, is in the hands of fate.
What are you waiting for, coward?
Steady now, partner. Stay calm.
Nobody steals from me, especially an American.
Not bad. Old Muller always did play his cards too early. Come on. We've earned ourselves a drink. I think Mr. Muller's buying.
Your health.
You better not miss, partner.
¡No merezco esto! ¡Ayúdame, alguien! ¡No!
Good God!
¡No puede
Oye,
ser!
idiota, siempre.
Partner, I think it's safe to say this poker game is over. Well, I must say,
Perdóneme, señor.
hey, Gringo.
Buenas.
All right, here we go again. This isn't a game, Marston. These men are gonna be executed.
Whoa there. Louisa was pretty shaken up.
She's angry. This war is getting dirtier by the day. People are being executed for just having an opinion.
Melinde seems to have more enemies by the day.
Perhaps you would know. Rumor has it you've been making all kinds of new friends.
I don't pay much attention to rumors.
Just be careful, John. Keep jumping from one side of the fence to the other. You might just get impaled on it.
I have to find these two men. With respect, how I do it is no concern of yours.
Choose your tone wisely, partner. Remember who you're talking to.
How could I ever forget?
And who are you, John Marston? Apart from a rat feeding every other hand he can find, my name means something. All you've done is kill a few peasants, and the only real outlaw you've taken on dropped you like a bad habit.
Now, I politely ask you to watch your tone, Ricketts.
All I'm saying is, maybe there's a reason why people around here don't want to talk. Get up! You must miss your family.
It's the only thing that keeps me going.
You know, you remind me a lot of myself. How I used to be. Stubborn and angry.
You ain't changed all that much.
I always... Do you see that? Prison wagons. That must be... Come on!
Go!
We're taking these prisoners.
Look! It's an army convoy. I think I see the prisoners in those wagons. This is our chance. See if you can take control of that first wagon. You ain't gonna kill any more innocent people now.
This sure is pleasant! Let's go! Let's go! Whoa there! Follow me! We must hurry! Ándale! You must tell me more, John. Are my sources correct? Have you come to Mexico to murder your two best friends? Not exactly. We were friends once. A lot's changed since then.
Now that we are friends, I hope you will give me some warning if you get a sudden urge to kill me.
You'll be the first to know when I kill you, I promise. So where are they?
Who?
Williamson and Escuela.
I'm not sure exactly where. They are definitely in Mexico.
That much I know already. You told me you'd found them.
And I will. I have my very best men working on it.
If I find out you're lying to me, Reyes, you'll really see the man I used to be.
I will give you your friends, I promise. Just give me time. So how did you meet these Williamson and Escuella?
We ran in the same gang together, under a fella called Dutch. We were all bad kids, lost, angry, and forgotten. He kind of saved us.
And turned you into criminals?
Dutch didn't see us that way. We robbed banks, stole from the rich, and we gave the money to people who needed it more.
So he was a revolutionary too, like me?
I suppose. He saw that the system of power was rotten, that good people had been crushed for too long, and he believed that change could only succeed if it was brutal and relentless, make America what he felt it was supposed to be.
I like the sound of this man, Dutch. Another violent idealist. Where's he now?
I don't know. But I gotta find him once I'm done with them two. In the end, he went insane. Lost faith in everything. In everyone.
Ella! You have quite a story, John Marston. I really am a little jealous.
Jealous?
Of his poetic potential, I mean. He would make an excellent corrido.
A bullfight?
No, mi hermano. That is a corrida. No, a corrido is as Mexican as Mexico itself. A song, a poem, a story, a ballad. A musical tribute to a heroic man and their great deeds. There are over 100 written about me.
Remind me to stay away from men with guitars.
In a country where most people cannot read the newspaper, song is a powerful means of communication. We do what we can to battle the lies and propaganda of the government.
I know. I've seen your posters.
In the capital, they are already talking about my legendary escape from El Presidio, how I fought off 1,000 Mexican soldiers with my bare hands.
Finally, the people have the truth.
I have to know, what did you think of Agustin Allende, John?
I saw enough to know he ain't a good man.
It is bad enough he beats the people he swore to protect, but it is worse that he enjoys it.
Something must have made him that way.
Cowardice made him that way, my friend. That and Sanchez, of course.
Who?
General Ignacio Sanchez, our country's kind and generous dictator. Everything comes from him. It is like a father who beats his son, and then the son takes his dog outside and rapes it.
That's a very specific example,
Allende
Abraham.
es una marioneta. How do you say, a puppet? Everything he does is controlled by Sanchez.
In America, they told us Sanchez was making things better here.
Pinche propaganda. He talks about economic reform, about how this is a new golden age for Mexican people. But look around you. The people are poorer than ever. Allende is nothing more than a perrito for General Sanchez.
A what?
A little puppy dog that licks his feet and makes him feel loved. If he asked Allende to eat the shit out of his culo, Allende would do it. Not far now. Chuparosa is just up ahead. We must hurry. The train will be leaving soon.
What's on that train that's so important?
I received information that the army is transporting a vast quantity of supplies to distribute to their forces.
Do we have a plan?
I will explain when we get there. But those supplies won't be arriving. Come on, John. We have to get to Chuparosa. Wait until I distract them. Then get on that train as fast as you can, John. ¡Basta! ¡Ese tren es mío! ¡Vamos, posiciones! propaganda has another gift for us.
No!
Dinero! This is a... Come on!
Let's go. We do not have much time to prepare the ambush. It is not far now. The army convoy will be coming from the east.
We going to steal their supplies?
No, destroy them and kill everyone. Abraham wants to send a message. Do you have experience with explosives?
A little. It's been a long time.
Good, because we do not. You will man the detonator. My men are waiting there for us. They will also need your help setting up the dynamite.
I'll do my best.
We will do this for my father, John. There they are.
You are the expert, gringo? Show us where?
Bury one right here.
I hope you know what you are doing. It's very near to the other one.
Here. Here's good. Set the last one here.
Don't meet Luisa at the detonator. We will handle the rest.
Good. I am glad you... They are coming. Get ready, John. There it is. Get ready.
Christ, that was close! Things ain't looking bueno! Come on! Yeah!
Thank you, Mr. Marston. We are a step...
Apúresen. Amas. John.
My men will show you the way. I will stay with the count.
Yeah. Go! Slow down! Let's go! Come on! Yeah! That's enough! You must be the pendejos I keep hearing about! Whoa! Get back here! Let's go!
Quick! Do not let him get away! The Santa's trying to escape! Get after him!
You don't have to do this.
He's all yours, fellas. I got what I need. Come on!
Where are you going? You're going the wrong way!
Let's go!
Wait! That is not the way! Where are you going? Thank you, compadre. It should really have been you.
I don't like to kill a man on his knees, even if he does deserve it.
That man is responsible for hundreds of innocent dead. Maybe thousands.
Come on!
He will burn in hell. You're going the wrong way!
¡Rebeldes! ¡Puestos! Oh, brother.
¡Toma!
Hey, you lady. Where's Javi?
Anda, sube, gringo.
Yeah. Come on.
Let's go, John. Today we will both have victory. My men will launch a ruse attack. Come on! Remember to jump, my friend!
This is getting intense!
¡A la batalla!
I know you...
Hello.
You won't get me alive, John! You should have killed me years ago when you had the chance!
Por aquí! We have to hold the fort, John! Use one of the cannons! Stop them, Marston! La fortaleza es mía!
I do beg your pardon.
Thanks, my brother. Now the people are finally ready. Today we overthrow the Coronel.
Senor, there are prisoners in jail who will fight on our side. Can you save them?
I will rally the peasants, John. You go after the prisoners.
¡Por favor! ¡No hicimos nada!
¡Cierra la pinche boca!
Por aquí!
Someone don't like me much.
Senor, let us free. I'll help you.
Let's go, my friends. Let's get ready to attack Linde's mansion.
for the machine gun, John. We can use gunpowder to blow the door open. Wait while we get everything into position. ¡Traigan hachas! ¡Echen la puerta abajo!
My God, you sure are a pathetic bunch of freaks! I guess you boys lost this one.
It's Agenda Williamson! Come on, John!
¡Vámonos! ¡Date prisa, cabrón!
Yo soy John Marston!
I am a game. We all did.
Now I'm fucking with you, Bill! You shouldn't have left me to die, Bill!
Well, nobody wanted you around, John. Jack probably ain't even your son.
You're dead! You dumb son of a bitch! You're too dumb to see how crazy you are, ain't you? I need to get out of here!
My people are free.